stand up all. For it is just like a man about to go on a journey, who called his own slaves and entrusted his possession to them. And to the one he gave 5 talents, to the other 2, and the other 1, according to his own ability, and he went on his journey. Immediately, the one who had received 5 talents went and traded with them, and gained 5 more talents. In the same manner, the one who had received 2 talents gained 2 more. But the one who received 1 talent went away and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. Now after a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled accounts with them. And the one who had received 5 talents came up and brought 5 more talents, saying, Master, you entrusted 5 talents to me. See, I have gained 5 more talents. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant, or slave. You were faithful with few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of your master. Verse 22. The one who had received 2 talents came up and said, Master, you entrusted me 2 talents. See, I have gained more 2 talents. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful slave. And you were faithful in a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of the master, of your master. Verse 24. And the one who had 1 talent came up and said, Master, I knew you are a hard man, reaping what you did, and sow and gathering where you scattered no seed. And I was afraid and went away and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours. But his master answered and said to him, You wicked, lazy slave, you knew that I reap where I didn't sow and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have put my money in the bank, and on my arrival I would have received my money with interest. Therefore take away the talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. For everyone who has 10 more shall be given, and he who shall have abundance will have, but from the one who does not have, even that he does have shall be taken away. Cast out the worthless slave into the outer darkness, in a place there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Father, thank you for your word that we have just read. I pray for your anointing to all of us, and I pray, Lord God, that you would speak to us there. Speak to me, Lord. Speak to your people. And I pray that as we digest your word, we'll be able to know what you are wanting to do with us. This we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. By the way, listen to this. I want you to know that. Hi, John. Good morning. I was only about to spend here for 1 month in my some sort of quote-unquote leisure travel with my brother Jonah and sister Tessa. But after my ticket was purchased, round-trip ticket, Pastor Ray called me up. Pastor Ray, you're coming over here? Yes, I am coming. Wow, that's good. When are you going back? I told her that I will be going back after 1 month of my stay here. She said, please, would you mind to extend your stay? Until when? Until the anniversary of the church. We wanted to be our speaker. Oh, really? What about my ticket? Please do something about it. So, to cut my story short, I'm staying for the next 2 months and 18 days here in this country. You might be asking, what happened to you? I know I come for a purpose. It is not an accident that I'm here. So I plan out my itinerary and my schedules. Pastor Raymond told me that I'm going to handle the Wednesday Bible studies. Therefore, I said to Pastor Raymond, I'm going to have a series of teachings on stewardship. That's why I'll begin my sermon on getting the approval of the Master through the stewardship of talents. On Wednesday, bring a friend, bring somebody else, come alone, and driver. By the way, there's a place that Jonah referred to me that is more nearer, I don't know, where's that one? The Filipino community? he's referring to that place. Anyway, I'm not so familiar with the places here, so I'm just mentioning that because Jonah mentioned it to me. Because he told me that the people in Parear Fellowship, Full Gospel Fellowship, will also be attending, and the pastors here with us. Pastor Jeremy, please stand up, please, to be recognized. Actually, many promised to come today because we want to listen to the message in preparation, a prelude to our series of Bible studies on Wednesdays. Come on Wednesdays because that is a time where you can interact with me. You can ask anything, just simply anything on theology, and I will answer that by the grace of the Lord. So come over here. Where? So come over here. All right. So that is my plan. Number 2, I am not pastoring a church exactly, but I am ministering the Church of Jesus Christ. So I travel around the Philippines, preaching here, preaching there. But if I'm not preaching, I'm speaking to corporations like Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, like the Philippine Association of Detective and Private Security Agencies. I'm also speaking to Johnson & Johnson. I speak also to many corporations. And somebody asked me, how much do you charge them? I said, when I speak to a Philippine corporation, I charge them 20,000 pesos per 1 hour in my speaking. But I speak to a transnational or foreign companies like Johnson & Johnson, I charge them $1,000 US an hour. And somebody said, what about in the church? I said, I charge nothing. That's why do not pay me. Pastor do not pay me. I remember I preached here, somebody paid me. I said, do not pay me. But if you are touched by the message and you want to bless the servant of God, I would not refuse because that is a blessing. And remember, when you give, you are more blessed. So if I won't ask, if I won't receive what you give, you will not be blessed. Correct? So if you give, just give it to me. Alright. Our sermon is entitled Earning the Approval of the Master Through the Stewardship of Talent. Earning approval. Keywords. Each of us has a child in us. Each of us. That's why the theme parks like Disneyland, all other theme parks of the world are kicking, making a lot of money. Because even us, older people, would love to see these places. Because every one of us has the child in us. That is what the founder of Disneyland says. He said, there is a need for the old people, the mature people, to be touched by our theme parks. That's why we have to create the Disneyland. Throughout the world, there is Disneyland everywhere. Hong Kong, Tokyo, everywhere. California. I've been to Hong Kong with my family, with my children. Beautiful. Although I'm not as young as my children are, but I'm very, very, excited, elated, and so happy to see these places. I don't know if there is a Disneyland here in Australia. Not yet, we will create one. Approval. We want approval. Children will do anything for their parents for the sake of what? Approval. Everybody say approval.
Approval.
How much more if the Lord would say, you are approved? What would you feel if somebody would tell you, disapprove? And what would you feel if somebody would tell you, approve? There's a big difference. Just the 3 word letters, DIS, des, after the word approve, everything changes. The message changes. All of us need the approval of our master in terms of our talents. But we have to understand what is talent. The word talent here in the Bible is a gift. It is translated into some kind of money matters. But the word talent referred to here is your personal gift that God has given you. In that passage that we have read, we find that all of us are given gifts. Some have one, some have two, some have three, four, five, etc. No one is born without a gift. And the only way for you to be able to see the approval of the master is when you use your gift. But you cannot use that gift unless you discover it. So today, I'm going to teach you 3 D's. 3 D's in getting the approval of the master. What is that? What is this D's? Number 1, discover your talent. Number 2, develop your talent. Number 3, deploy your talent. Very easy to remember. Very easy. Triple D. What is our sermon? Triple D. Discover, develop, deploy. Now we will talk about that today. How much time do I have left? I still have. Alright. Now, number 1, let us look at what happens in the story here. The master, which is representing the Lord, gave talents to his people, to his servants. 1, 5, 2, and 1. He went into a far distant country, expecting that the 3 of them would put their talents into practice. What happened was, only the 2 persons who received 5 and 2 respectively put their money into practice, and the result was tremendous. Both of them received an equal result. But the other one put into his money was put in under the soil. He dug the soil, the ground, and put the money there, and did nothing about it. And the result was also horrendous. Everyone, as I said, is endowed with a particular talent or talents in his or her life. Listen, you are not born in this world without a purpose. Look at my eyes. You are not a biological mix-up. When God created you, regardless of your race, there is a purpose of God in your life. Some of us discovered our purpose on our younger years. Some of us discovered our purpose on the latter part of our lives. Take for example, Colonel Sanders of the KFC. He made his billions of the KFC when he was 64. Think of Obama. Obama, age 55, retired as president of the USA. But look at Trump. Trump discovered his gift in leadership of his nation at age 73. So it really doesn't matter what your age is. It really doesn't matter how are you going, when are you going to discover who you are in the eyes of God. What's the plan of God in your life? The thing is, you are not born without a purpose. You have a purpose. The talent there represents your gift, the purpose of your coming in this world. Now there are 3 basic questions I'm going to ask you. And everyone should answer this question. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Why are you here? And where are you going? 3 basic questions that every person should answer, from the president of the country down to the lowest person of the society. If you can answer these 3 questions, you know where you are going and you know your destiny. Because the question, who are you, speaks of your identity. Who are you? Who am I? And you talk about why I'm here, talks about your destiny. Why I'm here? Sorry, purpose. I'm sorry. I'm talking about purpose. Why I'm here talks about purpose. And where I'm going talks about your destiny. Everyone is born with a purpose. But many people in this world, 90% or more of the people in this world do not know who they are, why they are here, and where are they going. Every one of us is endowed with a gift. My gift is communication. I communicate, I speak. I speak in corporations, I speak in churches, and I write books. I publish books. That is my gift. And I only discovered that gift later part of my life. I thought that I am a businessman. I thought that I am a politician. I thought I am this, I am that, I am this. But nothing of that worked. I am not having all those things. But at age 53, at age 53, I was sitting on my bed in my room, was listening to a message of Les Brown. In that message, in the video, he said, you are born with a purpose. Unless you find that purpose, you will never be fulfilled in your life. I said, what is my purpose? And I started to go back to my past. I remember when I was fourth year high school, I was attending the church, the biggest church, one of the biggest churches in the world, in the Philippines. That's a magnificent church, the Iglesia de Cristo. I was sitting there and watching this minister speak the Word of God. I didn't listen to the Word of God because I'm not interested with that Word. I was just watching his aura, his demeanor, his facial expression, the way he pounded the Word of God. And I said to myself, I can do that. Yes, I can do that. But I forgot those dreams, that passion. I left that out and put that aside and went into my secondary purpose in life, like business, like all other stuff that I squandered my gift. And then, at the age of 53, God awakened my first love. And my first goal is, I want to travel throughout the Philippines to speak. And I want to visit other countries to speak. One of the countries that I have in my list is Australia. Now, I'm living my dreams. What is your purpose in life? Why are you here? Why are you here? The Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, endowed with a unique talent that others don't have. The tragedy of the people in this world today are dying without knowing why they're here on earth. Somebody said that the richest place in the world is not the Middle East where oil is drilled, is not in the South Africa where there is so much devil, it's not even here in Darwin where there is mining. The richest place on earth is the graveyard. The graveyard. You know why? In the graveyard, you find a lot of inventions never been invented. In the graveyard, you find a lot of books never been written. In the graveyard, there are so many businesses never been erected. In the graveyard, there's so many songs never been sung. In the graveyard, there's so many sermons never been preached because these people died with their gifts with them, never been discovered. Because they never knew why they were here on earth. And don't add more riches in the graveyard by not discovering your talent. Imagine you're on your bed dying, and you're surrounded by the ghost of your talents, with angry eyes, big angry eyes staring at you. Dodong, we come to you so that you will discover us and use us for the word. But here, you are dying without even knowing us. What happens to you? We will die with you. Dodong, the books that you are supposed to write, where is the book? Mila, where is the... You have a talent and God is endowing you with such great talent, but you have to discover it. You have to discover your talent. It's not too late. Don't think of your age. We are on the same level. It really doesn't matter. All of us has our own journey in life. The most important thing in life is before you pass from this world, you know who you are. Amen. You should know. Many people today are only existing. They are not living. Their life is a routine. Work, home, sleep, eat. Work, home, sleep, eat. And die. As if we are only in this world to work, pay our bills, and die. That is the tragedy of life. That is the saddest part of life. It aches my heart every time I see people wandering without knowing why they're here on earth. They have not found their existence in this world. You are unique. You did not come into this world by accident. Whether you are created under the table, above the table, outside of the house, inside the house, in a motel, it doesn't matter how you were created by your parents. The thing is, you came into this world, and God has a purpose for that. You are important in the eyes of God. That's why you are here. There are lots of couples in this world without children. We have here a couple, a lovely couple. My best friend Jonah and Tessa, they want a child, but they don't have one. But yet we have children that do not know why they are here. I'm your brother. Sorry. I have Sarah. And I'm saying, when God created you, listen, when God created you, He made a mold. After you came out of your mother's womb, He breaks the mold so that there will be no other like you. You are unique. You are special. The moment you discover your purpose on earth, you will feel significant. Everybody is significant. You will feel that I am important and the world needs me. Because you found your purpose. You found your niche. You found a contribution to the world. You did not come here to become a problem. You came here to contribute for the world. I came to contribute something. We never have any financial agreement with the pastoral coming over here. I came here because this is my world. This is my life. This is my purpose. This is my calling. If she gives you $1 million, why not? But if not, it's okay. I'm here because I am giving my heart, my life, my purpose. You have a gift. Don't die without using it. Somebody said, live full, die empty. Everybody say, live full, die empty, die empty. Everybody say, live full, die empty.
Die empty.
Many people are living empty and dying full. You should be emptying yourself when you get out of this world. You don't need money in the graveyard. You don't need. You know, we have to know, we have to discover the talent that God has given us. The Bible didn't say what particular talent each the master gave to them. It's the responsibility, it's the job of the person to discover what gift he has. Now you'll never know what is your gift until you start doing what you like to do. If you like singing, start singing. And you will discover that one day you're a singer. But if it is not your gift, you'll end up a boxer instead of a singer. All of us have different kinds of talents that God has entrusted to us. But it's up to us to, number one, discover our talent, know our talent, and know how many talents we have. Remember what the Bible says? 1 was 1, 2 was 2, the other one was 5. Meaning, you could be a multi-talented person. But you should know you have a talent. It doesn't matter whether you have 1 talent, 2 talents, 3 talents. The most important thing is you know your talent. And number 2, develop your talent. You have to put into practice what you know. I did not stand up here and become a speaker to you without me practicing. I became a member of the international public speaking group called Toastmasters of International. I can't just be standing here talking to you without practicing, harnessing my skill. I have to harness myself. I have to weaponize myself, so to speak, so that I'll become an effective communicator. I can look your eyes straight from my eyes, and I can tell you without talking what I'm trying to tell you. That is part of communication. In order for me to become an effective communicator, I have to enunciate, I have to pronounce, I have to use proper words, grammar, diction, pronunciation, rising and falling intonation. All of that are part of communication. But if I won't practice, I will not be standing here before you. Correct or wrong? Correct. Tell me if I'm wrong. You have to master yourself. If your talent is accounting, then start studying accounting, read books on accounting, listen to videos, audio, video, whatever that would enhance yourself. If your talent is singing, then keep practicing singing. Sister Dana would not be a very good worship leader here if she did not practice for the last 20 or 30 years. Am I correct? This is what we are practicing. She's just practicing us. Jonah could not be an expert mechanic if he did not practice his skill in becoming a mechanic. I tell you, if you want to become great, you have to master yourself in what gift that God has endowed in your life. I heard a lot of people would say, "Oh, I don't have a gift. My gift is only eating and sleeping." It's their gift, eating and sleeping. What easy people. After knowing what is your passion in life, you have to master it. Develop it. Do not be jack of all trades and master of none. You don't need to know everything in this world. If you would like to know everything in this world, you'll get stressed and you'll die young. What is the advantage of having to know your purpose? Because when you know your purpose in this world, your life will become narrow. You will not be entertaining other things around like Martha. Remember Martha? Martha was so busy. When the Lord arrived, he was so busy. She got stressed. She got angry with Mary. And then she came to Jesus and said, "Lord, tell my sister to help me. I'm very busy. She's listening to you." And Jesus said, "Martha, Martha, 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 listen. You've done a lot of things. She did really one thing, and that's the best thing. One thing, not many things. I didn't master myself in making or doing some mechanical work or repair. That's not my expertise. I master my speaking. I master my skill in talking, communicating. This is my life. I can spend in a room one day reading books, writing, listening to audio, video that would help me enhance myself. Now, if you are not done yet with your studies, go back to school. You might say, "Pastor, paano?" Pastor, what will happen to me? I'm 50 years old now. Who cares? Remember that learning is lifetime. There's only one room that is big enough, so big enough to contain everything. Room for improvement. Many people have closed their rooms and they are not improving anymore. Instead of them existing to excel in what they have, they become provincial and ingrown, have never grown up to their maturity in the skill that they have. I like Australia when it comes to work ethics, because the Australian government is requiring employers to have their employees keep developing themselves, correct? Trainings, etc. In the Philippines, they are like that also, but not that required as in Australia. So you will find out that many people in this country are very expert on some particular job that made them expert on this particular thing. In the Philippines, you'll find out that there are a lot of people there that knows or know something on everything, but none of them have excelled on one thing. If there were, maybe only few. When I was in high school or elementary, when I was studying, there is a school rules to speak English. Speak English. If you want to speak English, you will be punished. You will be paying some sort of penalty. So I will try to speak English. Elementary, grade 1 until grade 6. My classmates laughed at me. I don't care. In high school, the same story. There is a rule in the school, speak English. So I also spoke English. The same, what happened? My classmates laughed at me. In college, the same story. Speak English. I also practice English, speak English. My classmates laughed at me. Now, where are my classmates? I'm traveling around the world. I'm traveling around the Philippines, speaking English, Tagalog, Cebuano, whatever. My classmates, I'm not trying to judge them. But what I'm trying to tell you, had I not practiced myself since elementary, I would not be standing before you. I would not be standing before the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry members. Millionaires, billionaires, I'm talking to. I will not be standing the Johnson & Johnson employees and the corporate leaders. But my classmates who laughed at me, where are they? You know the answer. Develop yourself. Harness your skill. Develop your talent. It's just like Bible study. If you won't study the Bible, you will know nothing about the Bible. The same also with your skill, with your job. So my simple advice is never seek success. Listen. Never seek success. Never seek money. Seek to be a person of value. I'll say it again. Never seek money. Never seek success. Seek to be a person of value. Because when you become valuable, you are expensive. I'll give you some. So that you'll get my point. Two mechanics, Jonah and I can prepare, Jonah can also prepare. But when your car breaks down along the street, the person that will come to your mind right away is Jonah. Why? Jonah is a master mechanic. I am not. So when you get Jonah, you'll be him, correct? Money is incidental. Money will just follow when you are a valued person. Your value of your talent is equal to the worth of your payment. In the Philippines, I am the least among the public speakers that would charge when a public speaking is being done. My counterparts, my colleagues in the industry are charging up to 100,000 to half a million pesos whenever they speak. But I only charge very minimal. But if you look at my charge, maybe you would say, oh, that's too much. Too much? I have studied this. I work hard on this to attain to where I am. I just want to become a person of value. When you become a person of value because you harness yourself, success will follow you. Amen? You are not listening to me? Think for a while. If you have a problem in your house and you need an electrician, for example, you would think of the best electrician in your area, correct? But you would also have to understand that this electrician is very expensive, correct? Because he's expert. The same also in the entertainment world. If you would invite an not so much famous actor to host or to give an entertainment in a particular event, you just pay him a small amount, correct? But if you invite Denzel Washington, if you invite Russell Crowe, if you invite great names, you also have to compensate their names with the money enough for their names, correct? So if you are going to become successful, if you want to become successful in your life, you have to become a person of value. And the only way for you to do that is when you master your talent. So what are your talents? Have you tried to analyze now, to think now, what is my talent anyway? Is my talent only eating and sleeping, drinking? What are my talents? I'm talking about general talents. Not specific only in the church, but general in life. Think of the talent that you have, harness it, develop it, and you'll become what God is intending you to be. The third one. You are not only going to discover your talent, you are not only going to develop your talent, but you are also to what? You are also to deploy your talent. Deploying your talent is using your talent to the full maximum in order for you to get a maximum result. In that way, you are going to become what? Successful in your area of endeavor. Deploying your talent is not enough that you would know your talent. It's not enough that you develop your talent. We have to deploy the talent that we have in the church, in the community, in the family, and anywhere that your talent is needed. The world, in general, is waiting for you to fulfill your purpose. The world, in general, is waiting for you to use your talent to contribute to the world. It's just like this. All of us are like in a big jigsaw puzzle. Each jigsaw puzzle is a piece, and each of the pieces is you and me. Think of a puzzle that is lacking with one piece because you have not used your piece in that puzzle. The world will be lacking because you never deploy your talent. Now listen. Many people are living their lives on a job basis. Most of us. Your job is only good if your boss would say like you. Correct? You are not called to do a job. You are called to do a work. Work is your talent that you can use for your life. In the Philippines, there is the saying that the Filipino family, parents would tell their children, children go to school, work hard in the school, and graduate and find a job. While the Chinese, they would tell the children, children go to school, finish, and start a business. What will happen in the Philippines? The Chinese are becoming employers, the Filipinos are becoming what? Employees. And remember, you only live at the pleasure of your employee. You are not called to become an employee. You are called to become an employer of your giftedness, of your talent. If you would just simply harness your talent, use your God-given gift, and become a leader on it, you will be able to master yourself and become what you want to become according to the plan of God. You see, we are living on the basis of the job that is offered to us. God said, no, I want you to work because that work is the gift that I am giving you. Remember that the work in the Bible, since the beginning of time, is part and corporate part of a Christian life. In fact, somebody, a theologian, I have read a book some time ago, and the book says that work is part of worship. You do not worship work, but it is part of worship. Meaning, you do your work even if nobody is watching at your back or your shoulder. You do it not for the employers, you do it because of Him who watches you wherever you are working. So that's what it means. I remember a woman. This woman, this is a story that I have read. This woman was attending a conference in a hotel, big conference. And she was working as some kind of a cleaner in the hotel. While she was attending a conference, she made a home-baked cookie. And that cookie, she shared that to the pastor speaking. Then the pastor said, your cookie is good. I have never tasted this kind of cookie in my entire life. Why not make more cookies like this? Give it to the people. Let them taste your cookie. They might make some orders. This woman, for the last 45 years of her life, she was working as a hotel cleaner. And then, after the conference, she went home and started her cooking experiment. She produced cookies, gave it to her friends, neighbors, family members, etc. 3 years after, the same minister came back and had a conference again, the same hotel. And there was a beautiful lady, a black lady, wearing a nice, expensive hat, bringing it's a bag like that, paper bag, with cookie inside. She came to the speaker, the pastor, and gave the bag to her, this paper bag. The pastor said, what is this? Pastor, this is my cookie. Do you remember me? The pastor said, No, I can't remember a thing. Have you met before someone? Yes, I was the cleaner in your room. The one who came. You are? And you're riding your Rolls Royce? And somebody said, sister of billionaire. What? Billionaire? Because of cookie? And this pastor went very happy. The woman said, you know, I never found a gift until I heard you speak about talents. This is my talent. And then she went home, and the pastor went back on his bed. When he opened the bag, inside the bag there was a cookie, and he started eating. Inside the bag, besides the cookie bar, was an envelope, white envelope. When he pulled it out, opened it, there was $10,000. Gift to him from her. Why? She found her purpose. In the Japanese and Chinese words or vocabulary, there are no words like crisis. The Japanese vocabulary is no crisis. Because the word crisis in the dictionary of the Japanese and Chinese, they are opportunities. Whenever a Chinese sees a crisis, he would not say crisis, but he would say opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Crises are opportunities for Japanese and Chinese. In the last 10 decades, one decade, about 10 or 15 years ago, China's economy was down below. It's not even part of the index in the world. But now it is number one when it comes to its power in the economy. America was used to be the number one, but now it's China. Because Chinese, when you put a Chinaman in the slum area, boom! Tomorrow you will find out the business starting already there. Why? The Chinese sees always opportunity in every crisis. Why do I say that? Because Chinaman is gifted with entrepreneurial spirit, and they are using their entrepreneurial spirit properly and correctly. In the Philippines, 50 years ago, in 1950s, the Chinese came to the Philippines as slaves or house help of the Filipinos. Now in the Philippines, the richest people in our country are all Chinese. Go Kong Wei, Tang, Si, don't know. You see what I'm saying? Because they put their talent into practice. They develop their talent, put into the practice. That's what the Bible says in Romans. In Romans chapter 12, verse 9, it says, if you have the gift of administration, use that for administration. If you have the gift of preaching, use that for preaching. The problem is, we do not know our gift. That's why we meddle, interfere in the gift of other people. And you never become a victim, you become a problem. And it's happening in many churches. I have a vision that this church is going to grow. But this church will grow if we put our talents, our gift into practice. I see one person here right now. That is a gift of blogging. Yeah, that man. That is a friend of mine. He is a blogger. In fact, he made a blog for me when I arrived 2 days ago. And he posted it on YouTube. Jonah. Listen, if you want to conquer the world, if you want to reach out more people, use the media for the gospel. We have the internet, we have the radio, we have the TV, we have all other means of reaching out people to the Lord. We have talented people here like Jonah. His simple blood is seen by hundreds. In my following, I have thousands of followers in my Facebook. All of them saw what Jonah posted. And if ever they are in Darwin, they would look for Jonah, they will look for me. And if you go to church, we'll go there, we'll visit you. Talents, gifts, all of us are given. We just don't know what are these gifts are for us. I want you to understand that you are not born without a purpose. You are not born without a gift. You are born because God has had that in His mind so that you will use that gift in you for the greater glory of His name. Therefore, I encourage you to use your gift, deploy it for the glory of God. Finally, according to Leo Buscali, he said, your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with your gift, what you do with your talent, is your gift back to God. I'll say it again. Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with your talent is your gift back to God. When was the last time you give your gift back to God? Do you remember? Let us all pray. Let us all rise and let us pray. Today I'm going to pray for you. If you have not known yet why you are here on earth, I pray that God would open up your mind, open up your eyes, and see the gift that God has entrusted upon you. Don't ever think of your status, don't ever think of your race, don't ever think of your age. That doesn't matter.